Before I begin, I'm not talking about the giveaway. I'm talking about thank you for all the support that you've given me for this book. And I'm just thankful for the thousands of people who watch this video. And I hope you guys will just share it to your friends and people like that, because I really think this book is very enjoyable. So let's begin. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Empty Pockets, Part 9. I think Grandpa was a little guilty for ditching us from the pizza incident. In fact, he even took out the trash, even though nobody was designated to do that chore. Tuesday. Yesterday I was going to charge my tablet, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I woke up early and searched the entire house. I almost had to leave, and I panicked because 1, I knew the teachers would not be happy about this, and I would probably get in trouble. And 2, Dad is probably going to have another breakdown if I actually lost it. I tried to put up my mind on the last place I used my tablet. Then it hit me. The last time I remembered using my tablet was when I was deleting the photos. I checked my previous diary entry, and it was true. I investigated every inch of the kitchen and even dug inside the refrigerator. Grope. I was already behind schedule, so I had to leave. Maybe Raleigh took mine in an accident. I met Raleigh at his house, and when I questioned him, he swore that the only tablet he took was his own. See, this is my tablet. Why is there a lock screen a picture of your mom? Did Raleigh throw away my tablet into the trash? Grandpa emptied out the trash yesterday, so it could have been long gone. I ran back to my house, and I saw the garbage disposal truck zoom off in the distance. My track skills, man. Keep America clean. Zoom. I was a little mad at Raleigh, but I didn't have the time to deal with him because the first bell was already ringing in the distance. I told my story to Vice Principal Roy, but his answer was either to find the device or pay the entire price. He gave me 2 weeks to do that, or I would be in some hot water. For the rest of the day, I had to print out the worksheets and homework. None of the teachers were present, and substitutes took their places. Ha ha ha. A rumor spread that the school lowered the teachers' salaries by thousands of dollars. Don't ask me how someone even knew about that detail. Now the teachers weren't coming to school and would not come back until the district had a compromise. And if the schools didn't come up with a plan to solve the money crisis, by the end of the week the teachers, faculty, and staff were going to go on strike. I've never experienced a strike before, but I was guessing it was like a boycotting the buses during the civil rights decade. But that would mean that there would be no school. Now we were connecting the dots. An hour later, we all got pretty loud in every class. No school! Can you kids quiet down? I'm trying to read Art of the Deal. Some of the troublemakers started breaking stuff so the school needs money to pay for them. I thought that was just hardcore cruel, but they had a trick up their sleeves. If they get in trouble and the school goes on strike, they wouldn't even be punished because the school would be closed. It was absolutely genius. At lunch, some kids raided the lunch line and started throwing food around. Lunch raid! Eventually, the principal gave in and dismissed us during 6th period. However, she made sure to punish the kids who got rowdy. Coach Underwood also made an announcement that the invitation on Wednesday would still be occurring, and that all participants would need to arrive at the school at 7 in the morning. We'll have to wake up early. Larry caught up to Riley and I when we were walking back from home and told us we could come to his house. He was going to upload a copy to ViFilms. At his house, Larry finished the final touches and showed us a film. What is this strange artifact? Ha, that's me! Larry told us every 100,000 views he gets from the channel he gets $100. I thought about my situation. The cost of the tablet is $150. If I needed the additional Twisted Wizard game, the total would be $200. Larry was going to split the revenue in 3 ways, so that meant the total movie film needed to get 600,000 views. That was a long stretch. Larry posted the enticement of our video on social media, and then he started uploading the video in high resolution. Hopefully this video will pass the mark so I can pay off my debts. I still couldn't find my tablet and I reluctantly checked the garbage bin. I came up empty and I was sure it was a goner. Larry finished uploading the video and he added a thumbnail to the video. Mysterious Key, short film. A few seconds later, the video already gained 1,000 views. Riley, Larry, and I celebrated our accomplishment. If this doesn't get an A, I don't know what is. Larry had some video games and we played for a little bit. We were playing a PvP wrestling game, and Larry swept us hard. We also played some Battle Royale game with one that had different biomes and places. You could also buy dances for your character, which was really cool. We checked the comments of our new video, and a lot of people recognized Raleigh. Is that the dude that got stuck in a tree? I recognized that actor. He was on GMA. It's Raleigh. Our video was already at 500,000 views. If our movie's views were increasing at this rate, we were going to hit 600,000 views in a millisecond. We kept reloading the page and the views were getting closer and closer. But then the video redirected to a different page. What's going on? Dear user, your account has been suspended due to found allegations of copyright infringement for the following videos. In result, you will be denied from ViFilms until further notice. Sincerely, Viacom's Executive CEO, Sarah Wojtek. We stared at the page for a minute. Larry's channel was suspended. Larry started frantically typing things and finding out what was going on. Viacom's apparently found several of his old videos that had music that was copyright claimed. Larry was supposed to get warnings, but he got fully punished. I didn't know what that message was saying because it was written in super fancy language. What's infringement? I don't know, but it sounds like a crime. But based on Larry's reaction, I can understand. What is this? I worked on this channel for so long. This is tyranny. Should I leave? Riley was curious why Viacom would do such a thing. Larry guessed Viacom was probably sour over his bashing of the company, which went viral. I felt bad for Larry, but I realized that none of us were getting any of the moolah. I told Larry that I was leaving and Riley followed suit. Riley didn't care about the money, but I did. Maybe it was a little harder to get the money than I previously expected. I was surprised Dad didn't even yell at me for losing my tablet. I thought I was going to get grounded again, but he wanted me to fix my own problem. I found an open slot for a paperboy. I didn't even know people even read newspapers these days, but apparently they still do. I was supposed to get a work permit to do the job, and they're offering $100 a week. We decided to sell this tomorrow, and I served dinner. Uncle Gary kind of overloaded too many potatoes, but we just ate baked potatoes and frozen corn and peas. I'm never going to eat another potato in my life. Hopefully I'll run faster than I did before after eating these magical potatoes. Wednesday. I got to school just before 7 o'clock. We all got to skip school, which in my opinion was absolutely amazing. On the bus ride, things got pretty chaotic. These track kids were full of energy, and sitting still for 4 hours was not something they were used to. The wheels on the bus go round and round. 15 minutes into the ride, somebody opened the emergency exit, and we all had to evacuate the bus. The kid who pulled it got a quick reprimand, and we hit back on the road. Beep, beep. I was playing Twisted Wizard on my portable gaming gadget, but it was hard to concentrate. A bunch of morons were signaling a bunch of truck drivers to honk their horns. Honk. I was running signals because I didn't have time to put on my running shoes. I checked my backpack, but my running shoes weren't there. I'm starting to really hate my bad luck. Riley, I forgot my shoes. How does that happen? I asked Riley if he had any spare shoes, and he did. However, they were 4 sizes too big. But desperate times call for desperate measures. When we got to our destination, I was stunned. The track invitation was at a state college, and the arena was enormous. I tried on Riley's shoes, and they kept slipping off my ankles when I took a step. Sky saw my situation, and he tightened the shoes to the limits. I guess Sky didn't want me to disqualify us again. The 4x100 wasn't coming until later. I felt pretty good from the potato, and I ate a few pieces of bread. I saw the other schools run the 100 meters, and they were flying down the track. I'm glad I didn't run that race, or else I wouldn't even stand a chance to those athletes. Mr. Mulaney had been training us a lot, and this was the moment. I managed to snag a sub 15-second 100 meter, but I knew this wasn't going to be a time that wins an invitational. The relays grew the fastest 4x100 wasn't great either. I was still the slowest person in the relay, supposed to be the third in the relay race, and I'm third in the relay. We were in the last heat, and one team from Kingsbury got a 52.43, which was incredibly fast. Whoa! And they looked like they were supposed to be in high school. We lined up in lane 8, and I had to run to the other side of the field to start. The gun sounded in the distance, and I could see Evan starting to sprint. Bang! Let's go. Whoosh! I don't really recall what occurred, but Riley got the baton and he transferred it to me. The 2 other kids were ahead, but I couldn't really tell because of the curb. I took off like I was being chased by a cheetah. You believed you could, and you did. I passed it on to Scotty, who received and sprinted as hard to the finish line. It was hard to tell who won because Scotty had came from behind and was in the 8th lane, but I'm pretty sure we won the heat. When I stepped off the track, Riley told me that we won the 4x100. I thought he was just talking about our heat, so I started to correct him, but to my surprise, he insisted that we beat all the other teams. I was almost certain that Riley was being sarcastic or joking about it. Mom always did that when I was young, and I always fell for it. Sure enough, the scoreboard on the big screen showed our names with a time of 51.09. I couldn't even believe it. There was no way I ran a 12-second 100 meter. I would later discover that I got a 14-second 100 meter, so I kind of got carried by my teammates. The guy on the PA even recognized their names. Congrats to the Hornets, the winners of the grade 8 4x100. Greg, Heafley, Riley, Jeff. This is so cool. He totally botched up my name, but it didn't matter. Coach Underwood was super proud, and I also knew I made my dad proud too. Dad was extremely happy about my race today, so he promised he would take me out for ice cream one day. I'm really proud of you. Dad seemed so enthusiastic that it almost seemed like he was the one who ran the race. Like father, like son, right? Right. We're gonna get you a job so you can pay for the debt, okay? Dad took me to the State Department of Labor building to get me a work permit. I was out on the couch in the waiting room while Dad handed out the documents to one of the workers. I guess this just really shows my work ethics. Snark. Zzz. SEL. After I got my work permit, we headed to the Daily News Town so I could apply for a paper boy. It was a pretty simple interview. The manager just asked a bunch of basic questions like my age and experience. The manager told me I was hired and that I would start the next morning. I'll be delivering newspapers to 300 homes from 4 to 6 a.m. Now, that's really early. I almost fell in my chair when the manager said that. I would also have to work with a partner who would drive the van and had the newspapers. And as they promised, every week on Saturdays, I would be paid $100. Alright, guys. We're done with Diary of Wimpy Kid Empty Pockets Part 9. Share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys later.